Yo, what's good, man? Nbs Show Ep.146, man. Oh, we're about to get to 150 really soon, man. I'm looking forward to 150. But we are at 146. We got the team on here tonight, man. Make sure you go subscribe to the channel, man. NBS
Facts.
Central on YouTube, NBS Central, everything, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But with that being said, man, let's go to our panel. First off, live on audio, we got the homie True X, the sports junkie.
Man, you know what it is, man. Gotta get y'all boys right, man. We talking sports. Hey, matter of fact, this is a side note. I heard Matthew Berry's leaving ESPN's fantasy football show. ESPN, what up? You know I'm the fantasy guru. Let's go, baby.
Mhm.
Let's get X on there then, man. Start the petition.
I like that.
All right,
petition, man.
and then we got the homie Bumpy Bars, man. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel also, man. First watch, find us or search Bumpy Bars with a Z. Bumpy Bars, what's good?
You already know, man. I'm loving your apparel today, man. You looking mighty,
Man, take
like
that
one of my
silly hat
boys.
off.
You like a dude I hang out with on the regular. You feel what I'm saying? That's how you look right now. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? And what you got on. Shout out to X for being in the building, tapping in. You know how we do it. NBS, man. Let's get it.
You need to take that silly hat off, Keo.
And shout out to
Hey,
you.
stop hating, X.
And shout out to you. You have a battle out, man. Catching another body. What?
Oh, you know, man. I mean, you know how we do it, right? What you thought? It's no bullshit, man. NBS, you know how we do it.
All right.
Killing
man,
dudes, killers. You know what I'm saying?
So,
Killing.
you know-
August 5th, I got another one coming. My biggest one yet on the Riot Network channel. Tune in, man.
Okay.
All right. And then so this is the only show where we talk sports. So let's get to it for tonight's show, man. And we're gonna start things off with our very first topic for tonight. Yo, shout out to Proper Context Media, who's in the building right now. Our first topic for tonight, man. The KD. Actually, you know what? The news just popped up today, man, about Donovan Mitchell. The Jazz has came out and said they're willing to trade Donovan Mitchell right now. So, what are some possible landing spots and destinations for Donovan Mitchell if he does get traded?
I know where he can go, and I know where he might go. But how you feel, X?
Oh, you're so biased. I know you're gonna say the sorry Lakers.
No, I won't. Wait, hold on. I'll go now. Just because you said that, X. Just because you said I'm gonna go now, okay? One of my spots for him was, I don't know if it's a bad trade, if they upset with him. If they upset with him, they might throw him over like the San Antonio or maybe even New York Knicks, because they both got a bunch of young players. The Knicks trying to dump Julius Randle, and I think if they just trying to get rid of him, they throw him there. San Antonio, New York. Now, if they happy, want to make him happy when they send him off to a good place and all that, he gonna go to Miami because Pat Riley been looking for that dude too. So I think if they feeling cool with him, if they're in a good space with him, they're gonna put him somewhere where they think he's gonna be happy, maybe flourish. That's Miami this year. You know, he go over there right now, they'll be fire. But besides that, New York, San Antonio, which is where I'm thinking he's gonna end up landing because they got the most cap room and the best options, I think, for what they get in return.
Well, you hit the nail on the cover. I thought you was gonna come with that LA biasness. Oh God. But it's the Knicks.
I told you I'm not
It's
LA
definitely
biased
the
when I tell
Knicks.
my sports, baby. Only when we talking the Lakers.
I ain't mad at
Okay,
you. But they gave Jalen Brunson that big money in the offseason, with this offseason. You gave you paid Julius Randle, but at the end of the day, is Randle that guy? Is RJ Barrett that guy? You know, if you get a Donovan Mitchell, you gotta in some people's mind. I'm still, hesitant on that, but a bona fide superstar. I did like Donovan Mitchell coming out of Louisville.
You hesitant on Donovan Mitchell being a superstar?
Yeah, I don't know if he's a superstar. I think he's a really good player.
Even off of his playoff work?
Yeah, but man, superstar. Are you putting them on the same level? Like when I think of a superstar, I'm thinking of LeBron, KD, Steph. Like those type of guys. That's superstars to me.
At point guard, he's one of those though.
But I'm thinking to myself, can he be the best player on a team that could win you a championship? And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna be honest. I would actually lean towards no, he can't be the best player unless you got a crazy starting five, like kind of like how the Pistons had one year and good coaching. But outside of that, I just don't see him being the best player on a championship roster. But with all that, I do think he's going to end up in New York if they do trade him, because New York's looking for a guy besides Jalen Brunson. They can say that's their backcourt that could be really good for their future. And you still got guys like RJ Barrett, but they may ask for RJ Barrett in the trade. But I do think it's going to be the Knicks ultimately. Now, as far as just the outside team that can maybe pull the trigger that would be interesting, I'm going to say two. I think Dallas would be interesting if they got him next to Luka. And I think that the Nuggets would be interesting if he went Jokic and those boys.
Man, I'm just gonna say it. X might disagree with me on this one, but I'm going with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Man, stop.
Hold on, man. Let me finish, man. You had your chance to talk. It's my turn right now. Thank you. I think Pelicans a team that can make an aggressive offer for Mitchell because CJ McCollum if you include CJ McCollum for a salary matching younger players such as like somebody like a Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Dyson Daniels.
I can't trade them young gunners.
But I look at it as an idea of cashing out some of the remaining money that's owed and trading McCollum for a younger all-star guard in Donovan Mitchell. I think it could possibly make a lot of sense for that. But obviously, you know, the top option is the New York Knicks. That's the destination that I am hearing. You know, they could trade that. They could move Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly, Quentin Grimes, a combination of those players. So I think those guys are a possible destination for Donovan Mitchell. Teams that's on the outside looking in, like you said, the Dallas Mavericks could come into play with it, and a team that could also come into play with it, man. The Brooklyn Nets. I know they got the Kyrie and KD drama. I think that could be a possibility in the works also, man. And I'm not talking about a Donovan Mitchell for including a KD or even a Kyrie. I'm talking a Donovan Mitchell for a Ben Simmons type of trade.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I think that could definitely be really explosive for the
Donovan Mitchell's not gonna work in Utah, man. I mean,
yeah,
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, man. So I think those are the possible destinations. Yo, shout out to everybody that just tapped in right now. Joe Babineau, shout out to the homie Rain, shout out to the Proper Context Media in the comments right now. But with that being said, we're gonna move on over to our very next topic for tonight, man, and we're gonna be discussing the KD and Kyrie once again. So this has been reported that the Nets want to trade KD before moving Kyrie. If you were the GM right now, the general manager of the Brooklyn Nets, what exactly are you going to do with this situation that you guys got in your hands?
I'll let X go first on that one.
Man, if it's me, okay, you know I'm big on it, Q. If you don't want to be there, I'm moving you. And that's how I feel. I'm big on that. If you don't want to be here, you gotta go. I understand what they're saying when they say they want to move KD first, because I think Kyrie's I know it's gonna sound crazy, but it's easy to move Kyrie because he has 1 year left on his deal. KD, I mean, I think teams want him, but you're asking for so much If you trade Kyrie first, then I feel almost like somebody not saying can lowball you, but can offer you less for KD. So I can definitely understand their thought process. But me, I would trade both of them at the same time. Maybe not to the same team, but I would have my offer. Like, let's just say the Lakers. I know what I'm doing. I would say, look, hold tight. We're gonna send them to you, but I'm working on this other deal. Once I get this confirmed, we send them both off to whatever teams they go into, and you move forward. But I don't like the fact that Brooklyn is taking so much time on the trade, man. Move forward, let this drama end, get the best possible package you can get for Kevin Durant, and you move on from there, bro.
I like what you said about that though, X. I kind of feel you on that. Like, get rid of them at the same damn time, man. But I'm starting to feel like lightweight that I don't even know if they going nowhere. I don't even know if this is all just some kind of big old plan for something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not sold on this whole KD and Kyrie just want to dip out all of a sudden. But, you know, if it do happen, man, I wouldn't mind going at the same time, get rid of drama at the same time. I mean, if one go before the other, you know, I'm probably gonna get rid of the Kyrie first, because that way, if KD is still there, you know, somebody else thinking about coming over there, you want to bring somebody else over there. KD stay there, go ahead and bring somebody. They want to play with KD more. They want to play with Kyrie. So, but that's if I was going, you know, one or two. But besides that, like, yeah, just let them both go at the same time since they both want to go. Bye. We don't need y'all. This is Brooklyn, right? You know, Brooklyn. So, you know what I'm talking about? We don't need you over here, man. So it is what it is. But yeah, I feel you. I feel what X said on that, man. That was kind of perfectly said.
So Anthony Price has a question. He said he needs a fact check. Is there a rookie rule that you can't have two rookies deals in Brooklyn because of Ben Simmons?
I heard that somewhere. I'm not 1,000% sure, but I actually did hear that, Anthony. I have to do a little bit of research, but I heard the same thing that you just wrote, that you can't have two rookie contracts, something of that nature, and the Ben Simmons contract. I have to look more into that. That's a good question, though. Dope question. What I want to know is, and maybe you guys can let me know. I didn't do a lot of research as far as Kyrie's contract. Does he have a no trade clause in his contract that he has to approve? Do y'all know that or not?
No, I don't know
No,
that.
there's nothing. There's nothing included about a no trade clause in his contract.
If there's not, I'm trading. I'm off. I'm gonna reach out to the Jazz. I'll tell the Jazz, give me Donovan Mitchell. I'll give you Kyrie Irving. I'll do that trade.
Hey, make it fast. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you talk about that.
I'm the same thing like you, X, and it's always been like that. Like, if you don't want to be on a team, if you're unhappy on a team, I'm moving your ass as soon as possible, man. I'm not even gonna wait, man. Um, to answer Anthony Price, yes, KD did just sign a 4-year contract worth 129 million. It kicks in this year, so he hasn't got a single dollar for it yet. But as far as moving a player, I'm moving you if you don't want to be there as soon as possible. But I think the easier piece that I would move is the Kyrie deal. It makes the automatic sense. It's the easiest thing that you could really think of from what I'm hearing when it comes to KD. These who's making these offers to get KD, the Nets want an arm and a leg for it. They're looking what happened with was it that Rudy Gobert trade?
Yeah.
Where they got a whole bunch of assets and draft picks back. They saw that there was like, man, they're getting that for Rudy Gobert, just imagine what we could get for KD. And I think this is actually holding things up, and I think it's going to be really tough to move KD, especially the type of player he is and how much value he has. Obviously, Kyrie still has value, but I think it's an easier piece for them to move because it's basically the Los Angeles Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets. That's who it is when it comes to Kyrie. Nobody else has been nobody else's name has been circulated in this trade. The only team that has been circulated in this trade, from what I know, they need a third team to get that trade happen. And I heard about San Antonio getting involved with it, but I think it comes down to, if I was the general manager, I'm moving Kyrie Irving first. That's the easiest piece to move.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Just a few more things to get this out the way. First, oh, look, I'll say it right here. Kevin Durant's one of the greatest players in NBA history. Um, they said, I heard, where they want Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards, and 4 first-round picks. If I'm Minnesota, I'm laughing at them and hanging up the phone. There's no way in earth I'm giving you Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, and 4 first-round picks for Kevin Durant. Second thing, if I'm your Warriors, Keo, I know you're a big Warriors guy. I'm not even considering trading Wiggins, Wiseman, Poole, and everything that you built. You just won a championship for a 33, about to turn 34-year-old guy. Now, I'm not doing it. I won my championship with them. Wiseman's coming back. I'm going to try to run it back with the guys I have. I don't think that's wise for them to go after a 34-year-old Kevin Durant. That's kind of crazy to me. I think that the Brooklyn has to be a little bit more reasonable when it comes to the trade. I know what Utah got for Rudy Gobert, but if they're looking to get 2 basically all-star young caliber players and 4 draft number 1 picks, they've lost their mind. And
All
and the
right.
last thing,
We'll see what.
all my Pelican fans out there. Yes, I know Kevin Durant's better than Brandon Ingram. I am not trading Brandon Ingram and a bunch of our other young talent to get Kevin Durant. I'm not doing it.
All right. There we go. And we'll see what happens as the week progresses, and see if there's any updates on regarding KD and Kyrie. But with that being said, we're moving on to some football topics today. And this past week, or last week, I guess you could say, Baker Mayfield finally gets traded, man. The Cleveland Browns finally moved Baker Mayfield to the Carolina Panthers for a 5th-round draft pick. So, with that being said, who are the winners and losers in this trade?
Woo! It wasn't too many crazy winning in this, man. We got to see what Baker Mayfield do in Carolina. This is second team. You know what I'm saying? He only been on Cleveland, so he wasn't really. Sometimes people get to a second team and they get a different little spark about themselves and be better. So we'll see what happens, and if they win because of that. But I'm not really seeing, a crazy winner in this trade, man, unless Baker Mayfield just breaks out and takes Carolina to the next level. And I got to see that before I can say, they won. I don't even know if they won or not. So right now, I'm going to lean with Cleveland Browns with the 5th-round pick.
Wow. Okay. I'm actually going to go the other direction. And I'm not going to sit and act like I'm the biggest Baker Mayfield fan, but I will say this. The Panthers have a lot of good offensive weapons. I know people, don't like to mention it, but Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, Terrence Marshall, Robbie Anderson, that's some good weapons. You need somebody that can get them the ball. And when you look at their quarterback situation before now, Sam Darnold started off good, but he's too Jekyll and Hyde. He's too up and down. He's too not enough consistency from him. And then you draft a guy like Matt Corral. Maybe you can develop him and he could become the long-term starter. But Baker Mayfield, let's not forget, he did win a playoff game, people, in Cleveland. He did. So I look at that situation. I said to myself, you gave him a 5th-round pick to get Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, if you even make the playoffs with them, I think that's a win. So I'm not saying they will make the playoffs, but they're much better today than they were yesterday in my mind. So I'm going to say that the Panthers clearly won this deal.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with the Panthers as the winners, man, in this trade. I think they definitely do get an upgrade in the quarterback position. You get Baker Mayfield, man. I mean, what you have over there? You got
Baker
Sam.
Mayfield, man. You said something hot. You said something fire or something. You didn't say nothing.
That is fire. Baker Mayfield is fire, man. What, you gonna start Sam Darnold over him? Or are you gonna start?
Not
Are you
Sam
gonna start
Darnold,
Mac?
but
Are you gonna
not
start
gonna bump
Matt
him up like
Corral
he was
over
just
him?
over there being great. All no, you're not.
Actually, if you look,
he had weapons and he wasn't doing nothing. He couldn't even give him the ball for a lot of times. So
you talking about Baker Mayfield, right?
Yeah.
Actually, he did not have any weapons at all. His wide receivers went through a lot of injuries. There was no David. What you had, David Njoku, Jarvis Landry was banged up the entire time.
Not the entire time. No, he wasn't. And when he was in there, he couldn't get him the ball.
He was not 100%. Jarvis Landry is a
him
free
or
agent. Jarvis Landry is a free agent. Odell wasn't even there. Odell's played.
I'm talking about before that when he had both of those. He couldn't give him the ball.
But Odell was already banged up already. He wasn't 100%.
Oh my God, you're giving all these excuses.
It's not excuses. So you have Sam Darnold there.
Really feel.
So we have Sam Darnold there. Baker Mayfield, he at least led them to a playoff berth, having a postseason win in 2020.
Thank you. That's the least he could have did.
But I'm saying that they're winners. That's an upgrade though over Sam Darnold. I know that.
He's not all that. You pumping him like
no,
Mayfield, man. He's not that dude.
I'm talking about this specific trade. I'm not talking about a top 5 quarterback, a top 10. Baker Mayfield numbers dipped from last season. He had an injury on his non-throwing shoulder. He required off-season surgery. And the team also said that Baker Mayfield is a huge upgrade over Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, the NFL's worst or second rated passer the past 2 seasons. That's who Sam Darnold is. And the Panthers thought they would have had something when they had decided to bring back Cam Newton. So I definitely think the Panthers are winners in this trade. And I think Baker Mayfield is going to definitely benefit from it with the coaching system with Matt Rule. He's an offensive-minded coach and basically is familiar with the Big 12 play football, with him being in Baylor and Baker playing in Oklahoma. And yeah, I think it's a good upgrade for them. They got Christian McCaffrey, DJ Moore, and they got solid weapons over there, man. So Sam Darnold, I think he possibly could get traded. I don't think the Panthers never had no belief in him ever. He's not even a playoff quarterback. Now there are like 4 seasons of tape in him, and you got nothing. So I definitely got the Panthers as winners, man. Huge upgrade by the Carolina Panthers.
I'll even take it a step further. And this is what I'll say. It was a 5th round pick, and I don't know the exact number, but for people that get drafted in the 5th round, we have to ask ourselves, how many of those guys actually make an NFL team and actually are starters in the NFL? I mean, I would think that number to be pretty low. If you get a starting quarterback, which is the end-all, be-all position in the NFL, if you get a starting quarterback out of that, I can't be mad at Carolina for pulling the trigger on that kind of deal.
I mean, you can tell Cleveland was just trying to dump them if they took that.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
Cleveland's trying to dump who?
Baker Mayfield. They
took a 5th round pick.
If they wanted to dump him, if they wanted to dump him, they could have traded him a long time ago. They held him on for so long. Like how long did you really held on to him?
Got dumped. A 5th round
past the draft. Dumped. You could trade him in the draft. You could trade him during free agency, but you're going towards minicamp right now, towards the training season of the NFL season, ready to kickstart, and you finally decided to trade him. Like, you could have done that a very long time ago.
He wasn't worth even nobody trading. It was a 5th round pick.
But if you're calling him trash, then you could have traded him at any time, though, man.
That was like the first deal on the table. It wasn't even the backup deal. We'll give you a 5th round pick. Oh, we'll take it.
I got a couple of questions for everybody in the chat and for you two guys. I just want to know, and y'all you just put a number out there for me. How many wins do the Panthers get this year under Baker Mayfield if he's the starting quarterback week 1 to this last week of the season? Keo, what you think? How many wins? How many wins the Panthers get?
I would say 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bumpy, how many
That would be
wins
the
they-
most they could probably get is 10.
Okay.
I give them 8.
Okay. Oh,
I give
all
them
right. Now
8
let me
though.
ask you
I mean,
this
I say a good season
real
is
quick.
10.
I mean,
If they get 10, they good.
Because
okay. My second question. Go ahead, Keo. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
because I look at I think they'll be at least 3-2 in their first 5 games. And it's interesting though because their very first game they go against Cleveland. I think and they I do think they could beat the Giants. I definitely do think they could beat the New Orleans Saints on September 25th. I expect them to take 2 losses against Arizona and San Francisco. Um, um, and then I think they'll take 2 more losses when they play the Rams and Tampa Bay. I do think they could beat Atlanta. So I could see 10 wins in the making for them this season.
You just
Okay.
said a
What's
lot of losses.
what's Baker's stat line this year? Over 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. How many interceptions? What we looking like?
I'm gonna say 25 touchdowns. I he'll go over double digits with interceptions. I would say 12, 14 interceptions. Um, and I think he can hit at least 4,000 though.
Okay.
22 touchdowns, 18 interceptions, 4,000 yards.
Okay. Obviously not Pro Bowl numbers. I just want to. That was my next question. But anybody in the chat, man, feel free to let us know what's Baker Mayfield gonna do this year in Carolina. It's real interesting. I think he could be good. Anthony says 7 wins. I will say this. They'll be better than the Atlanta Falcons. Oh God! Look, shout out to Judge Justin, man.
Hey, you act like
Hey,
you
man,
act like you
anytime,
said
man. You
something
welcome,
though, X.
brother.
X, that wasn't a big challenge. So what? It's Atlanta.
And so if they finish second, that would be an accomplishment.
Man, better than Atlanta. Get up out of here.
All right, y'all.
We're not doing that one.
They will finish better than Atlanta.
That's a fact. To me,
That's pitiful. Atlanta's pitiful right now. One of the worst teams in the league.
they could have the first pick in the draft. That's how bad I think they are.
All right. Next up, we're gonna go to our the last topic, man. So NFL executives and coaches have ranked Aaron Rodgers the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. Do you agree with that?
Nope. Nope. And look, that shout out to Aaron Rodgers, bro. If you're talking about, if you're talking about talent, I understand it, but losing Devontae Adams is big. I don't think he's going to be the best quarterback this upcoming year. I would actually rank him barely in the top 5, to be honest with y'all. And I'm not being disrespectful. I love Aaron Rodgers. I think he's a bad man. But if you're asking me, we're talking about, we're going to go back to what I was saying at the beginning of the show, fantasy. Who's going to put up big numbers? Who's going to get wins? Who's going to do their thing? I think Josh Allen's going to be better than him, clearly. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to be better than him, clearly. Joe Burrow is going to be better than him, clearly, when it comes to fantasy. And then you got guys like Tom Brady that should be better than him with all the talent he has. And then, you could throw a wild card in there, and depending on who that wild card is, Matthew Stafford's not really a wild card, but you can throw Matthew Stafford in there. So he's barely top 5 in my opinion going into the season.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, number one. No, I wouldn't give him that. No, I wouldn't give him that. So I don't agree with that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because I like Matt Stafford over him. The way he played this year, you know what I'm saying, with that team, like I feel like Matt Stafford was great, man. So between him and like you said, Josh Allen for Buffalo, like Josh Allen was fire to me. Like I had him in my fantasy league. He's won me a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I love Josh Allen. But
Bumpy,
yo,
MVP this year, Josh Allen. What we gonna call it right now?
MVP? That's possible, man.
I got
over
Josh
there.
Allen
You know what I'm
MVP
saying?
this year.
It's possible they do over there, but I definitely don't have him number one. But I probably would have him like somewhere around 4 or 5-ish. Though I wouldn't put him out of the top 5 because he still did great things with Green Bay. He still makes receivers that are mediocre better. So you know what I mean, it's still Aaron Rodgers. So I wouldn't throw him out the top 5 though.
The number if you're saying he's the number one, if you're saying he's the number one quarterback in the NFL right now going into the season, I would say no, he's not.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I don't think he is the number one. You look at he lost his best weapon, man. That was like majority of their offense right there with Devontae Adams that they lost, man. So it's like that's a huge hit. That's a huge loss. So I'm not sure what this team will do. You got you well, you even also have over there who Amari Rogers. Um, can you guys think of any wide receivers that's on that team right now?
Alan Lazard, Watson.
No, Lazard.
The kid
No,
from South
Lazard.
Dakota.
Lazard left.
Oh, you're right. But they got Watson from South Dakota State. I think he could be pretty good too.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what he could do with the weapons that he has on this team, man. If somebody could step up and be that top guy, obviously they're gonna have to step up. And if he could make the best out of this, I think we could say differently about who Aaron Rodgers is, man. But from what I see right now, Sammy Watkins, man, they do have Sammy Watkins on that team. So what? Sammy Watkins will be their number one wide receiver.
They got Aaron Rodgers, man.
Oh wait, hold on. Who we got?
Guess who's back?
Justin.
Man, I can't continue to watch y'all get on this thing here and just shoot out blasphemy like y'all are. First of all, I need to point out something.
I can't hear nobody, man.
Can you hear me?
Am I bugging?
That's you, man. We could hear you.
I hear you.
Okay.
No, I can't hear Justin.
You don't need to hear me. Anyway,
and I don't know. He does play for Green Bay. I was like, hold on, he left.
Okay, my mistake.
So I need to go back a topic first, and then I'll get into what y'all talking about. First of all, no one mentioned the biggest loser in this whole situation was a team traded to another team that they're playing week 1. They're starting quarterback and paid him to play them against them. The Cleveland Browns are paying the contract, paying 2/3 of the contract. So they're paying another quarterback to beat them.
And he's going to beat them.
That's the most Cleveland Brown thing there is. So let's get down to this topic here. When you say Aaron Rodgers is not the best quarterback this year, he's a 2-time MVP. Put respect on this guy. They didn't ask you who's going to have the best stats. That's not the question. The question is, who is the best quarterback. And you can't deny he is the best quarterback. He is a bad man.
I disagree.
No matter what wide receivers
He lost in the playoffs.
And
to the Niners at home. At home.
It's a team sport. It's a team sport.
How many points he scored on offense?
It's a team sport.
I'm asking you. I'm not talking about the defense. How many points did the offense score?
So that's what you're basing your best quarterback
I'm asking you. I'm asking a simple question. I'm asking you. They had a home field advantage in the snow in Lambeau Field, and how many points did they score?
So that okay. Who is your best quarterback this year? Josh Allen?
Absolutely.
Okay, so did he win a Super Bowl?
No.
Oh, he lost in the playoffs?
Yes.
He played better than Aaron, though.
Hold up, you want me to tell you how many points he scored in his loss?
He played better than Aaron, I give it that.
He scored 40-something points in his loss. It took for Patrick Mahomes to score in 13 seconds against their defense to beat Josh Allen. Let's put some respect on that man's name.
So why didn't he win MVP?
Hey, he did. Hey, the people voted for him, but he's not the best quarterback right now today. Patrick Mahomes could be better than Aaron Rodgers as well, in my opinion.
You can't have a guy win MVP back-to-back and then...
Why not?
No, listen to me. Let me finish my sentence. Have him win MVP back-to-back and then say he's not the best at his position.
Why not?
If he's the most valuable player, not the most valuable quarterback, the most valuable player in the whole league.
That's somebody else's perspective. That doesn't mean I have to agree with that.
Okay.
So
in other words, once again, you can be wrong.
Okay, so Russell Westbrook was the best player when he won MVP, huh? Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah. At the time.
Hell no. Hell, what? What? Russell Westbrook was the best player when? Never, ever in the NBA.
When he won MVP.
He was better than LeBron James. Are you crazy? I mean, you're just done. You might as well just blank yourself right now. Oh, my God. What? Your argument is flawed. Just because you win MVP does not make you the best player. Derrick Rose won the MVP before. There's many. Karl Malone. Karl Malone was the best player in the NBA over Michael Jordan. Are you kidding me? When they played in the finals, what happened?
Okay. If you'd have said that year, if he's the best power forward in the whole NBA, could
man, what does that mean?
What does that mean? Okay, Derrick Rose was he the best point guard that year?
Man, that's not the possibility. Absolutely.
Okay, all right. So you're telling me that
y'all missing a key word, valuable,
but he's not the best in his position.
That's right, valuable. That does not mean he's the best player.
Karl Malone was out that year, Utah was done.
Facts.
Valuable is the key word we gotta talk about.
That does not make you the best player. You see, you wilding right now. I'm gonna set you straight. I don't care if you want to hear it or you don't want to hear it. That does not make you the best player because you win MVP.
It's the league's most valuable player.
I don't care.
Not the
league
Green Bay Packers' most valuable player.
You something else, man. You ain't changed, Justin. You ain't been on here, but you ain't changed.
I'm spitting facts and you don't like it. It hasn't changed.
Hey, that's not a fact, it's an opinion.
People thought Brady was the MVP.
Facts.
They can think Brady was MVP, but he wasn't.
But winning MVP don't make you the best player. That's all I'm sitting here telling you. That does not make you the best player. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just telling you my stance on things. That does not make you the best player.
He can come on too.
Oh God. Justin versus the world. Are you crazy? This is crazy. Just because you win MVP, and you know that, you're just trying to be hard-headed right now. That does not make you the best player, dude.
But you can't be the best, the MVP, which is ideally supposed to be the best or one of the best, and you can't say that he's not the best at his position. How can you not
I just did. I just did. I'm just saying, Justin. I'm not saying. Look, at the end of the day, you have your opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong per se. I just don't agree with your opinion.
All right, guys. Let's I know that was ESPN's, but we'll be dropping the NBS 2022-23 NFL quarterback rankings, the top 15 quarterbacks voted by all NBS members really soon. So we'll drop 15 to 11 first, and we'll see who is ranked number one. Is it Aaron
What
Rodgers?
up, Big Josh?
Uh, sorry, Q. It definitely ain't Trey Lance. But but yeah, that's what we have in store for you guys. But with that being said, man, it's time to wrap up tonight's show, and let's go to our shout outs.
Well, shout out to Judge Justin for not ducking and come and see the sports junkie. Shout out to Bumpy. You know, even though he shouted you out on your hat, it's ridiculous that you have that hat on still at the end of the show, Keo. I mean, I don't know what
I kicked your ass today. All right,
you agreed with me, Bumpy, on everything. Smart man. And shout out to Keo, man. Always holding it down, man.
Hey, shout out to X, man. Shout out to X pulling up, man. Always a blessing, man. Appreciate it. Justin, first time. You got to be here more. We need you to pull up with that bullshit you be talking. We like that. You know what I'm saying? We like that. Even though it's no bullshit. You know we get that. It's all good. You know we good. Pull up, man. You know what's up, Keo. You look great today, man. Look, pause. But that apparel, fire. Fire. Hey, I ain't never seen you looking better. Ever.
Trash.
You, Keo. I appreciate you. Keep doing you, dog. Cowboy Nation, Laker Nation, we out.
Go ahead, Justin.
Oh man, shout out to the NBS crew, man. I just want to get one thing straight. I didn't come on to bless True. I went on for the fans that had to stop listening to this bull crap. I had to give them some kind of knowledge, you know. So I mean, shout out to the NBS fans.
You embarrassed yourself.
I'm coming here for you. But yeah, it's good doing a show with you for the first time. You know, hopefully, you know, you'll see me a little more. We'll see. But shout out to NASA. NASA's doing big stuff this week. But that's about it this week. We'll see what happens next week.
Hey, I work for ABL. Well, where ABL is at, and they're doing something like NASA this week too. Though it's crazy. By the same time.
All right, man.
For lunch. Talking, man. Here we go.
All right, man. Shout out to Justin. Glad to see him back. Man. I hopefully we'll see him next week. Shout out to 40 Boy Q. He's in the comments right now. Since you guys didn't give him a shout out, I will. Shout out to X, man. You know, even though he's on, you know, he'll be back on video really soon. He's having some audio issues as of late. Shout out to Bumpy Bars, man. Make sure you go check out his battles. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel, man. Bumpy, search Bumpy Bars with a Z, or at First Watch Find. And shout out to the whole team, man. J Franchise, 40 Boy Q. Shout out to Red. And make sure you go subscribe to the channel and follow us on all social media platforms. With that being said, man, this is episode 146, and we are officially out.
Peace.